Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwantner, and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today, we have the great pleasure of speaking with Jeff Seeley. He's CEO of Karoo International, a leading sales training company. Welcome, Jeff.
Thanks, Gerhard. Great to see you as always. And thanks for having me on Selling Power TV.
We had you recently, 2 weeks ago, on stage at the Sales 3.0 conference, and you were kind enough to talk about how to articulate and create value for the customer. Can we get your latest thinking?
A lot of sales professionals are really nervous about presenting this because it's so different than what they've done. They've been historically kind of almost on a route mentality to some degree. And so now it takes a little bit of humbleness to go to their customer in a different way and say, I may have not been serving you as well as I probably should have. And I haven't been bringing the value that you should be bringing. And truly, people don't think, well, they're not paying for value. Well, of course they are. But that fear starts overcoming people to just be willing to do the same thing. And at the same time, while you're doing the same old thing, your competition is basically showing up and they're trying to show value. They're trying to do something different. They're having business conversations, which are very different than what you're having because you're, quote, their friend or they're your friend.
I would say that a salesperson needs to customize and target the value to the specific situation of the customer.
It's a little bit, frankly, a lot on the concept of the Johari window. And if you're familiar with the psychological impact of Johari window, which is basically expanding the common ground. And, if you look at sales professionals, it's really to get comfortable in that, very small box of common ground. And you don't expand it. It's like, hey, this is what you do. This is what we do. And they don't expand that common ground by either asking questions. It's like, what's going on in your industry, or having intellectual curiosity to study and know what's going on in their customer's customer, what's the experience they're trying to deliver. And they don't then, know enough about their own businesses, quite honestly, to know how they can, their innovations can help those customers, expand. Great salespeople have a way of making connections, intellectual connection between one industry and another, to kind of say, well, hey, we've seen this in this industry, and I think this has got application here. And one of our clients has done a brilliant job of that, of really looking at, okay, we're seeing innovation in customer delivery in ways that we never dreamed of, but now we're trying to do it at a B2B level versus the concept of B2C, and are applying to B2B, and it's having just some unbelievable impacts.
Would you say that the discussion about value is part of a mindset and part of a skill set?
If your mindset is, going in that I'm, the customer's paying for me to be here, they're paying for me to deliver things, I'm thinking about it very differently, other than it's just my job. And then it also takes, the ability to network more. And to me, I think some of the really great things are the ability to use technology to expand your network inside of an organization.
Jeff, if I ask you to describe 3 qualities that a person of value communicates to a customer, what would they be?
First would be a really rock solid knowledge of the company. It's really knowing your own company, but knowing the business of your customer. What is the business they're in? Who are their customers? What value are they trying to create? Second is knowing your competition that you're dealing, who else is trying to service this customer? What are they bringing to the party? What are they bringing differently? And then the third thing is, how do you now start bringing insight from this knowledge to your customer that's going to make their company better? How are they going to be better? And even in the smallest things, there are so many businesses out there that the total value inside of the customer's end product is in, less than 1 or 2%. I mean, it's not like they're, I think of a Tesla. It's not like if you're not creating the batteries for Tesla per se, if you're just making the blinker switches or the knobs or the leather, I mean, it's this small. But what's the value proposition that having a great seating surface could have, or what's the value proposition of how that works? And we've certainly had a million conversations about mindset. I've, been through your training program. I've spoke on it, and it just, to me, it's just become, that's second nature.
How can people get in touch with you and learn more?
Find me at jeff@carew.com or Jeffrey B. Seeley on Twitter or Jeff Seeley on LinkedIn. Like I said, just shoot me an email. It's pretty simple, jeff@carew.com, CAREW. And what I like to say is the greatest things for me have been helping people achieve things that they didn't think were possible.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Great seeing you, Gerhard.